ChatGPT only summarizes. Other review tools just screen papers. But what if I told you there's an agent that runs a fully customizable, Prisma-compliant systematic literature review across 3,000 plus papers in under 60 minutes? That's not a concept. That's SciSpace. And in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how it works and why it's the only tool serious researchers should be using. If you don't know already, SciSpace is an all-in-one AI research platform built specifically for researchers and academics. In one single platform, SciSpace handles paper discovery across multiple databases, literature review automation, paper analysis, that means reading and extracting insights from full texts, manuscript writing assistance, and citation management. It's not a chatbot with a research plugin. It's a research platform with genuine AI depth built into every step of your workflow. And today, I want to focus on one of its most powerful features, the SLR agent. Now, before trying this out on SciSpace, I want to show how it might look like if you use ChatGPT or Claude. The prompt I'm using here is to conduct SLR on the impact of climate change on marine life. Let's see how this fares on ChatGPT. All right, so we have the research scope, inclusion criteria, databases, major drivers affecting marine life. It feels more like a list. And mind you, I wasn't asked anything when it's conducting the review, so it's just giving me the information directly. All right, now let's try this out on Claude. All right, it has searched through the web, and as you can see, it has given me all the sources it has scoured through the internet. It looks a bit more involved than ChatGPT. As you can see, it's giving me a diagram to start. And it's starting the SLR, so we have the introduction. Looks pretty nice, but again, it didn't ask me any questions or clarifications on the SLR. Alright, that looks like it's done. Now let's see how SciSpace handles this. So first, I'm pasting the prompt. Just make sure to include the words SLR or systematic literature review in your prompt to trigger the agent. Now, if you don't have SciSpace already, I have made several videos on them in the past and they're linked in my description. Now, instead of giving me the data directly, it's asking me for a bunch of input. It's giving me some PICO research questions and it's asking me for input while it's paused. So here I have a bunch of research questions which I can edit at any time, or I can remove them if I want, or I can add more research questions. And when I'm happy with these questions, I'm going to say continue on to the next step. As you see, now it's asking me for more input, and this time it's asking me for input on the screening criteria. So here I have some exclusion criteria, 3 of them, and I also have some inclusion criteria. Now you can edit each of them or remove them as you like. Now whenever I'm happy with it, I'm going to click continue to next step. It's going to conduct a comprehensive search across multiple scholarly databases. Here you can do a bunch of things. You can select how many papers it screens. You can go from 100 to 3,000 plus. Now I'm going to go all the way to 3,000 plus. You can also select the databases and edit the search terms it's going to use while searching those databases. Now my options are SciSpace, my own library, Google Scholar, PubMed, and these are the search terms it's searching with. Now I can turn on or off any of these as I wish, but I'm going to keep all of them on. You can also specify the period of publications of the papers it's searching through. So if you want to cut off papers that are too old, maybe, say past 10 years, you might not want to include them. So I'm going to just say I want the past 2 years. So it's going to go from 2024 to 2026. So I'm going to go ahead and click confirm and start SLR. Now it's going to go ahead and start executing a comprehensive search across all the approved databases with the deep search enabled for SciSpace. If you think you did something wrong, you can always pause this search and give it more instructions right here in the bottom. But I think I'm going to go ahead with this. As you see here, it has found 300 relevant papers for my query. Now SciSpace is smart, so it's going to choose to broaden the query for me and find 78 more relevant papers on a query which I didn't even ask for. It's going to search on its own. Alright, looks like the search is done. Now it's combining and re-ranking all the search results into the final paper table. After retrieving over 1,400 unique papers, the next step is to do some title and abstract screening. After passing the abstract screening, as you see 988 papers did that, it downloads the full text of each. The next step, it does the full text screening of all of those papers. And here, as you see, 983 papers of those 988 passed the full text screening. In the next step, it does some data extraction. Now, after gathering all that data, in step 10, SciSpace generates the Prisma flow diagram. And as you see in step 12, it concludes the entire process. Let's look at some of the files it has generated. So I'm going to click View All Files. Here's all the files that it has generated. Let's look at the Prisma diagram. There we go. So it has gone from eligibility to screening to identification, and it looks pretty good to me. You can also look at the final screen results here in the table form. And there we go. We have all the information it has found ordered according to its score, as you see here. Now, it has also provided some more questions if you want to add some follow-ups on this SLR report. But I hope that gave you a good idea of how much more advanced this report was compared to what we saw in Claude or ChatGPT. Now, SLR Agents is just the beginning. SciSpace also has a feature called Skills, and this is where the platform starts to feel less like a tool and more like a research team. Skills are export modes built for specific high-value research tasks. And what makes them powerful is that you don't have to manually activate them. Just ask naturally and the platform figures out which skill applies. Say you're researching a medical topic and you need to find relevant clinical skills. The clinical trial search skill kicks in automatically and pulls structured trial data for you. If you need to go beyond the academic databases and pull in recent web sources, the web search skill handles that seamlessly without breaking your workflow. And the grant research skill surfaces funding opportunities tailored to your query. The common thread across all of them is intent recognition. You don't need to navigate menus or switch between platforms. You describe what you need, and SciSpace routes you to the right expert workflow. That's the kind of intelligence that actually saves time in a real research setting. Now, if you're a researcher who's running multiple reviews, working across different projects, or just doing high-volume academic work, you're going to want to look at the SciSpace Max plan. It gives you 40,000 credits at a genuinely affordable price point. For the depth of output you're getting, full SLRs, skills, paper analysis, and manuscript tools, that's exceptional value compared to hiring research assistants or subscribing to 5 separate tools. I've left the link below, and I also have an exclusive discount coupon for you mentioned in the description. I would like to thank SciSpace for sponsoring this video. If you got some value from it, make sure to hit like and subscribe to this channel. I have a lot more videos coming up. Till the next one, thank you so much.